Ohau B Canal is owned by Meridian Energy, and they kindly offered this piece of land exclusively to NZMCA members. Meridian Energy chose not to charge NZMCA members for the use of the land, which means it's completely free for us for a maximum stay of 5 nights in any 30-day period. So it's basically a private freedom camp for NZMCA members only. It's wonderful that Meridian has offered this great piece of land to members to enjoy for free, so thanks Meridian Energy for this great site. Obviously Meridian expects members to treat the land with respect and take all rubbish away with you, and follow the usual certified self-contained rules such as not tipping grey water on the ground. I stayed a few nights in October, and because it was springtime, the Australasian crested grebes had young chicks, which was the highlight of my stay. Grebes are charismatic birds that are delightful to watch. This family of grebes had 4 chicks. Grebes are threatened, and there's less than 1,000 adults left in New Zealand, so it's rare to see them so close and so tame. These grebes have grown up with caravanners photographing them, so they've lost that fear of humans and they come right up to the edge of the canal where the caravans are parked. Adult grebes look like Batman, and the babies look like zebras. The site is opposite the High Country Salmon Farm and shop. There's a narrow walkway along the bridge, so you can walk over to the salmon shop and eat at the cafe. The cafe was closed due to staff shortages, so I didn't have lunch there, but I did enjoy the salmon that I bought. The location is about 3 kilometres south of Twizel, and it's hidden behind a hill, so it's easy to miss the turn-off. This is my driving footage, so you can see what it looks like driving from Twizel to Ohau B. There's a dump station in Twizel, so you can fill up with fresh water at the Twizel dump station. Do be aware there is only a limited number of places available along the canal. This is not a particularly large site. It's a narrow road, and at the end there is space to turn around, but only a limited number of vehicles can park at the end, otherwise it'll block the large buses turning around here. I made sure I left before midday on my departure date so that others driving in could come in and take my place. Some people hang around until late afternoon before they leave, which is not really fair on all the people waiting for one of these spaces so they can stay the night. So people really should leave before midday to give others a chance to park there. If you do arrive and find that there's no space left here at all, I recommend driving to the Lake Ruataniwha Freedom Camp, which I made a video about already if you want to watch that. That place has plenty of space and it's about 5 to 6 kilometers away from this site, so it's a good backup. This site is next to State Highway 8, so you will hear some road noise at night. It's mainly the trucks and the motorbikes that you'll hear. The Australasian crested grebe is found in the southern lakes of New Zealand, and it's estimated there are less than 1,000 adults left in New Zealand, which is really sad. The grebes are threatened because Europeans brought stoats and ferrets to New Zealand, but also the power boats and jet skis frighten the birds and put them off nesting. Fortunately, there are no boats or jet skis at Ohau B, which means the birds have a safe place to nest and raise their chicks. It's by far the best place to come to view the grebes up close. The grebes like the South Island lakes because the water is so clear, which makes it easier to dive for the fish. Mating pairs do a wonderful dance together, and they also bring each other gifts, such as reeds and pond scum as presents to show their affection for one another, which is quite lovely. Both parents raise the chicks together. Carrying the chicks on their backs is the standard way to transport them when they're young, probably to keep the chicks warm as the lakes are freezing in spring and the chicks don't have any feathers yet for insulation. As the chicks get older, they spend more time learning to swim and diving. If you look at the feet of this baby grebe in front, you'll see it has very large feet for diving and chasing fish underwater. Due to its large feet, the grebe doesn't normally leave the water as it can't walk on land very well with those giant feet. In this photo, a parent is handing a fish to the baby. The babies tilt their heads back and swallow the fish whole. The baby grebes constantly cry out for food, so you'll hear the babies before you see them. Happy travels, bye!